administration going to sue Texas over the opposing the order for the vaccine mandates, and is there a risk that would the OSHA efforts essentially get tied up in litigation rather than having the immediate effect?
Well, Josh, these requirements are promulgated by federal law. So when the president announced his vaccine mandates for businesses, that, of course, we're waiting on OSHA regulations for as a next step. That was pursuant to federal law and the implementation of federal law because it's an executive order. So our intention is to implement and continue to work to implement these requirements across the country, including in the states where there are attempts to oppose them.
Wait, no, first, stop. Federal law, the way something becomes law is not because the president decrees it. That's an order. A law is something that is passed by the House, passed by the Senate, signed by the president, stands up to judicial review. Who taught you your basic federal government 101, constitutional government functions 101, Pippi Longstocking? Go back to school, Peppermint Patty. Let's go.
To oppose them. I will say, since you gave me the opportunity, Governor Abbott's executive order banning mandates, and I would also note announcement by Governor DeSantis this morning, essentially banning the implementation of mandates, fit a familiar pattern that we've seen of putting politics ahead of public health. Over 700,000 American lives have been lost due to COVID-19, including more than 56,000 in Florida and over 68,000 in Texas.
So bragging about getting 60% of United Airlines employees fired because of your unconstitutional vaccine mandate, that's not putting politics above public health. That's right. Bragging about mass firings because of your policies, that's not putting politics above public health at all. Not having any vaccination requirements or COVID testing at the border, on your open border, that's not putting public health above politics. Letting millions of undocumented illegals pass through our border without any vaccination or without any COVID testing, that's not policy above politics. Jesus, please take the wheel.
And every leader should be focused on supporting efforts to save lives and end the pandemic. Why would you be taking steps that prevent the saving of lives, that make it more difficult to save lives across the country or in any state? And I would also note that vaccine requirements have been standard in both the Lone Star State, Texas, in case you're not familiar, and the Sunshine State, Florida, in schools for decades, whether polio, measles, mumps, rubella, the chickenpox. There are vaccine requirements that have been implemented.
Yes, decades. As anyone will tell you, these are vaccines that were tested for decades. That's right. Very long-term studies.
Implemented for decades in these states. So these decisions put these two leaders out of step with both long-time requirements, a history of vaccine mandates, but also many business leaders in their states. And many businesses that are based in their states, including Disney and American Airlines, these leaders are taking steps to help boost vaccination rates, reduce deaths, reduce hospitalizations, and expand the country's labor pool. So bottom line is we're going to continue to implement the law, which the President of the United States has the ability, the authority, the legal authority to do. And we are going to continue to work to get more people vaccinated, to get out of this pandemic. The president will use every lever at his disposal to do that.
It's not a law. It's not a law. It's not a law. It's an executive order. And it can be rescinded as soon as any other president comes into office and says no. Or when the president decides to say no. It's an executive order. It's not a law. It's not, there might be a fee or a penalty associated with it. Stop calling it a law. These are the people that are running our country. These people. AOC says there are 4 branches of government. Jen Psaki doesn't know the difference between someone passing a law through Congress and having legislation signed in Congress. Why don't you show me the legislation? I'll wait. I'm sitting here, got a little studio going on. I'll wait. Show me the legislation that was passed that says that we need to have vaccination mandates for employment in this country. Show me. I'll wait. I'm waiting for the legislation. Let's go. Anybody? No? Okay. Well, then, glad I live in Florida. Because it looks like you guys don't actually have a law here. And in Florida, you have an executive order here, and that's what you guys got in the federal government. So, boom. Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free. And it keeps us going, it keeps us growing, and it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.